Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome back into the channel. I don't usually make videos at this late at night or try to post them this late, but you guys can see it's almost 10:30 at night on Monday, October 3rd, and huge news coming out of the world of Poshmark. I posted a video about Poshmark changing the algorithm earlier with no idea that this news was going to drop just an hour later, about 6 o'clock tonight. Poshmark has been sold. Publicly traded Poshmark has been sold to a South Korean company called Naver for $1.6 billion, and they will now be a private company. So Manish, the CEO of Poshmark, and his team, I believe it's Tracy's son, have sold the company to a South Korean tech company for $1.6 billion. What does this mean? Well, first, I'm going to link, as always, the story down below so you can go read the entire thing. It's out of Yahoo Finance, and it is blowing up on pretty much every other news site. But this should give Poshmark capital to work on the company and work on the business and build it back up. Also, this sounds like, excuse me. Also, this sounds like it is going to allow Poshmark to go into the international scene. They were already expanding into Canada. This, with the technology that Naver has, should allow them to get into Asia and Europe and other markets that company already exists in. So international selling could become a thing for Poshmark in the coming years. This deal is supposed to close in the first quarter of 2023, so sometime in the next 3 to 6 months. With that said, Naver also has technology for artificial intelligence and Google image searching, image recognition software, where you can take a picture of a piece of clothing and it will pop up and recognize the brand and all of the item specifics or all of the details that you would otherwise put into a Poshmark listing. The color, possibly the brand, the size if you get it on the size tag. So a lot of stuff that could save you a lot of time. That would be fantastic. Also, they have a lot of technology and team that they can put and staff put behind Poshmark. They estimate that it's going to go up 20% in overall revenues and profits. So that immediately could be a really good payback for this company. With all of that in mind, are there any negatives to this? Well, whenever any deals happen and change happens, as you all probably know, bad things can happen with change. None of us likes change, and a lot of times with change comes a lot of unknown and a lot of mistakes and learning and experimentation, and that's scary for anybody who relies on Poshmark. Now, I always tell people to cross-post, be on eBay, be on Posh, be on every site that you can, but we'll have to wait and see. I can't tell you what's going to happen with this acquisition in the Poshmark site. The honest truth is, I don't know. No one knows what route they're going to go, what plans they have, and what kind of changes or experimentation they will try. We'll just have to wait and see, cross our fingers, hold our proverbial breaths, and hopefully with the new algorithm change back to the old way, and with this infusion of capital and infusion of tech, everything will be on the up and up for Posh. The team is staying on. Manish and Tracy and all the team are staying on, the staff. Their headquarters is going to stay in Redwood, California, so lots of that stuff not changing, everyone keeping their jobs. They're just going to add money and add technology and add their own team into the company to make it better, hopefully, and that's kind of the plan. I have always said from the beginning, I love Poshmark as an app. I think it's clean, I think it's easy, I think it's very straightforward, I think it's much less convoluted and messy, unlike eBay and even Amazon is that way. I've always had three main problems with Poshmark. One is they don't have enough buyer base, 80 million people, users. A lot of other ones are sellers. They just don't have the buyer pool that eBay has to do those sales. So if they can increase that with marketing and money and tech and with excitement over the company, that'll be fantastic. Number two is the sharing. I've hated the sharing. I get the point of it. Not allowing bots as the terms of service, but then everyone using bots kind of seems like who cares? There was always this love-hate with the sharing, because the sharing can get you sales and get you up on top of it. But the thought of me being on eBay and Amazon and just list it and forget it is amazing. And I wish I could just list it and forget it on Posh, but that's just not the way that it works. So always a love-hate kind of relationship with that sort of thing. And the third part that I never liked was the no returns. Now, as a seller, you would think I would love that, right? And of course, who wouldn't love that as a seller? But eBay and Amazon and everything has trained the buyers to be able to accept returns, and I believe not having a good return policy through Poshmark that is also buyer friendly, but not overly buyer friendly, has discouraged a lot of those buyers to come onto Poshmark because they think the sellers are just going to take advantage of them. This is like old school eBay Wild Wild West. So there's got to be some kind of harmonious balance in the return program. I'm not saying that Posh should automatically just start accepting every and any return, but I feel like they should be more straightforward with the buyers to draw in that market and say, look, if there is a problem, we'll help you out. We're not just going to accept returns for any old reason. We're not eBay, we're not Amazon, but we will help you out if there's an issue. Give them more confidence in buying. So that's kind of my 3 points on Posh. Hopefully they'll clean up even half of that and we'll be all good to go. What do you think? What do you think about them selling the company? What do you think about changes that Posh has made to the algorithm in my last video, which I will link below, of course. It came out earlier today. What do you think about Posh as a company and an app in general? What do you think about the changes coming to them or their future? I'd love to hear your opinions and your thoughts on it down in the comment section below. It means a lot to me to hear your input as a community, and that's how I can kind of, communicate with you guys and go back and forth and kind of discuss these things and have some good input and some good conversation. So I'll look for those comments. I appreciate you guys watching. Sorry the video is so late tonight. It's going to be past 11 probably when this posts, but I thought it was an amazingly important video and news. It's only, 7:30, 8 o'clock on the West Coast where Posh is and where a lot of you are. So you guys will get to see it early, but everyone on the East Coast, I'm sorry if it's too late and you don't see it in the morning. Thank you for watching. As always, I very, very, very much appreciate it. Give the video a thumbs up. I really appreciate that. Turn it blue and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss future breaking news updates from the world of Poshmark, eBay, Amazon, Shopify, PayPal, and anywhere else in the e-commerce, reselling, and small business market. I appreciate you guys being here with me so late. Have a wonderful rest of your evening, and I'll see you all next time.